What are your thoughts? There were probably a few more mistakes today than some of the other games, but you still came away with a 14-point win.
We didn't play clean the whole ball game. I was disappointed there at the very end. We got a few guys in there, and we got to just execute. And you want to try to play as many guys as you possibly can. But I thought, we ran the ball and threw the ball well. And that hadn't been the case really a whole bunch of season where we've done both of them well. That was a huge run to begin the second half with Tajay. A big takeaway by the defense, and we get another touchdown. All of a sudden, we're up 14. It was a great catch by Deuce at the end of the first half. It was a great goal line stand to hold them to a field goal and make it 17-17 instead of being down. So, 21-17. So, very good job by them.
I know you've got bigger goals in front of you, but this is actually by date the earliest Tulane's ever gotten to 6 wins, because seasons were played later and stuff like that in the past. But just what are your thoughts on getting to 6 wins so fast?
Well, it's great. We're excited about bowl eligibility. But to be honest with you, I haven't talked to our guys about it at all. When we slipped up a few weeks ago, we just told everybody, hey man, we need to focus on the task at hand. That's how we're going to win. Having excellent preparation, and if we do that every week, we got a chance to be successful. And we did that. I thought we had a really good week of preparation, and we were within a whisker of 3 or 4 really big plays in the first half.
Right,
running the ball. We got those in the second half. But good overall team win today, and fighting some adversity and overcoming it.
A lot of big pass plays. I think Pratt had his career high for the second straight week passing.
What do you have?
329.
329. Good.
Yeah. How big was that? I mean, 7 or 8 chunk plays, it seemed like, in the passing game.
Yeah, I thought we need to be a little bit more consistent with our protection. Might have had a few more huge plays, but overall, I thought we had some good schemed up pass plays where we had some wide open guys at times. And then when that happens, we got to have protection. And I thought our offensive line did a really nice job of protection for the most part. And then when you balance it with a run game, they got to play balanced up on the line of scrimmage. You can't pin their ears back. We had some good. I'm proud of Shotty Clayton there at the end of the game, man. He really came in to finish the game out there at the very end. He's been looking for that opportunity, and you never know when the opportunity is going to present itself. And presented it to him, and he did a good job of taking advantage of it.
Right before halftime, is the rule that any grounding penalty is an automatic 10-second runoff in the last 2 minutes of the half? Is that what was the explanation for why they're taking that off?
Correct.
Okay, gotcha. How big a play? You had enough time for basically the play that you ran. How important was that execute perfect pass, perfect catch on that touchdown?
Well, it was we were taking a little bit of a risk, doing that, but we felt like we had enough time. We got the ball off, and really nice throw and catch by Deuce, throw by Mike. So it was good. It was a good job by those guys.
Bohannon was really hurting you there for a while. How much does it affect any team when their quarterback goes out? You guys handled it pretty well against Houston a few weeks ago, but how much did that change the game and what you?
No, he was playing well. He really can run it, and I hope the young man's okay.
What did you see? The defense, just a couple of plays they gave up this year, not including the last one, but a couple of them earlier that they hadn't given up. Just is that going to happen against good teams, or what did you see there?
Oh, it's going to happen occasionally when you play 70 some snaps. You got to be really, really, really disciplined, and with all 11 guys, and there's an infinite amount of situations and scenarios and motions and shifts, and trades, and all those different things. And we had a couple where, we didn't get lined up properly or have our eyes on the right guy. But we made some big plays also on the defensive side of the ball. That play, after Tajay's run was huge.
Right.
Big kickoff cover tackle by Dorian Williams. So I think it was on 13-yard line. Then we had the fumble recovery. We took it down to about the 3 or 4, and we get a touchdown. So that was big. That was a game-changing type play. So they got some weapons, and their quarterback's a good player. That Bohannon, he really nice player.
I think it was Tylo Phillips that caused that fumble again. Your depth on the defensive line. It's like there's so many different guys that seem like they can make that type of play.
Yeah, we were rolling some guys. It was pretty warm down here at the beginning of the game. We played quite a few guys on the defensive line, and Tylo's been getting better and better every single week since he got here. He didn't have the benefit of spring ball like a lot of transfers that you have, and he just seems to get a little bit better every week. But yeah, I thought Angelo Anderson had a big sack at one time. We had some good pressure. We just there's a few things we're gonna need to clean up, and we'll get that done. But it was a big time team win. I was glad we were able to put together a lot of good plays in all 3 phases throughout the ball game.
You may or may not be ranked in the top 25 come tomorrow. Just you feel like you've got the leaders and the right team to just not let that affect you one way or the other.
I think so. I don't talk about all that stuff with these guys. I really don't. I haven't said one word to them about us winning the game and being bowl eligible. I never said anything about it. It just I've never said anything about it being ranked in the top 25. If we keep doing a good job being 1-0 every week, all those things will take care of themselves.
So Michael, Tajay was doing his thing, and the announcer during the TV said that Tulane shouldn't throw anymore and should just stick to the ground because that was what was working. And then the next 3 plays, all completions right down the field for a touchdown. How many different ways do you feel like you guys can beat teams now?
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the biggest things is the depth that we have at every position. I think we have a lot of talent all across the board, and that's something that we emphasize. We get a lot of different guys in. So it's been really good to see, offensive line, blocking their butts off. They've been doing a great job all year round. Running backs, I think we got a couple really good backs. And obviously you saw what Tajay did tonight. We got Ivy, Shoddy. They've been doing tremendous the whole season. And, when we can run the ball effectively, that opens up everything else. And, we got guys that can win one-on-one and make great plays like you guys saw.
You had a career high in passing for the 2nd straight week with 329 yards, a lot of chunk plays, big plays. Just what was working best for you guys?
Yeah. We knew what they were going to do defensively. They did a couple different things that we weren't expecting them to do as much. But the plays that, what we saw pre-snap, had great calls. Coach Boda and Coach Nagel, all those guys did a great job of calling plays today. We got them in the right position. We made plays.
Mm-hmm. How big was that touchdown pass to Deuce right before the half? You had just enough time for that exact play, and you threw it up where he could catch it, and he made a great catch.
Yeah, no, that was huge, especially going into the half. I'm pretty sure that was to regain the lead. So those are the kind of plays that we got to make. Offensive line did a great job picking up a blitz, and I just threw the ball out there and let him make a play, and he came down with it.
Did you know about the rule about intentional grounding, that it was an automatic 10-second runoff there at the unless you call the timeout?
Yeah, no, I think I just threw it a little too hard out of bounds.
Yeah. What does it say about this team? You're finding different ways to win. The defense had been sensational the first 6 games. They made some big plays today, but they gave up a little bit more, and you guys still won by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, no, it's been awesome. Like you said, the defense has played tremendous the whole course of the season. And there's going to be games that it's going to be a shootout. Teams are going to score. And I think the offense did a good job of kind of stepping up today. I think the defense is, I'd say they'd almost been carrying us a little throughout the course of the season. And kind of got to a shootout for a little there, and had to keep our foot on the gas and keep pushing through, and that's what we did.
What did Tajay say before his run and after his run, the 75-yard touchdown?
We communicate on every play. He just, the things we talk about, great mesh, great handoff. great play fake on everything. You know, he told me, let's get a great mesh here, great read. And, you know, I handed it to him and he made it really easy on me and the rest of the team. So, you know, that was exciting to see. And then, you know, that's just what Tajay does.
Yeah. You're 6-1. This is actually the earliest Tulane's ever had 6 wins in a season. Your goals are way more than just becoming bowl eligible, but how significant is it to get there this early after last year?
Yeah, no, it's super exciting, especially coming off last year and, you know, the adversity that we faced. But, you know, what Coach Fritz has been emphasizing, you know, since the beginning of the season is just being 1-0 each week. And, you know, we just got to continue to stack on that success and keep it up.
Will you be looking when the polls come out tomorrow? It's you may or may not be in the top 25. Just what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, you know, I mean, like I said, those aren't the things that we're necessarily worried about. You know, like I said, we just want to be 1-0 each week, and you know, the rest of that exterior stuff will take care of itself.
Yeah. Got a lot of tough games coming up against teams that have been to the conference championship game a lot in the past, and that's where you guys want to get. You're 3-0 in the league. Is that the most important stat to you right now in terms of getting to that conference championship?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, you know, same thing. You know, we got to be 1-0 each week. You know, we got a tough opponent next week in Memphis, so you know, we're gonna celebrate this win for the next 24 hours. We're gonna get up there tomorrow. We're gonna watch some film and start breaking down Memphis. We're gonna try to fix up the little things that we messed up on today, and you know, we're gonna continue rolling.
How valuable is Tyreek James for this offense?
He's been awesome. I think more than just a player, I think his leadership, his vocal leadership and leading by example, he's helped a lot of guys step up. And, you know, just the plays that he makes on the field, you know, he did a great job today. Had a couple of really big catches. You know, I think just having that experience and being able to make those plays is huge and gives, you know, all the guys a lot of confidence.